Hi there, welcome back to our channel. My name is Chelsea and today I'm going to be sharing our home birth supply haul. I have been collecting items for the past few weeks, getting prepared for our first time home birth. So I'm very excited to share with you what supplies we decided to go with, what my midwife recommended, and kind of the whole process if you are considering a home birth. First thing I'm going to share with you today is that I really recommend having a birthing ball for your home birth. Now this was not recommended by my midwife, it was not on my supply list or anything like that, but for my second labor, I labored, I would say 75% of the time on a birthing ball, and this was a labor that I decided to go natural with, and it was a huge help. I was able to soothe my body during the surges by doing the rocks and the tilts and just kind of easing into the contractions on the ball. I really wanted to make sure that I had a birthing ball at home this time, that way I could soothe myself again with the birthing ball, and it's just really great to get the baby in the optimal position the weeks prior to birth. That way you can hope to have a smoother delivery. The next thing that you need to decide for your home birth is whether or not you will be having a water birth or not. Now, I have never done a water birth, but this time I have decided to go with a water birth, so that means that I need a birthing tub, I need a pump for it, and I need some other things to get it all situated. Since I opted for a birthing pool, my midwife does rental, so I am going to be renting the tub for the next few weeks. I have it here on hand since she dropped it off last week. That way when I feel that I am starting my labor and I go ahead and give her the go to come on over, we can get that all situated. You will need a tarp to go underneath your birthing tub. This should be larger than the birthing tub area. That way you have an area to get in and out that you don't have to worry about messing up in case you are bleeding. And anything like that. It just makes it so your floor does not get ruined. You also need a liner. Since we did not purchase a birthing tub ourselves and we are just renting one, you need a disposable liner to keep it sanitary. You also need a drinking water hose with an adapter to the shower to be able to fill your tub. It's very important that you do the drinking water quality. That way you do not have any lead in your water when you are filling up the tub to birth your baby. It's always recommended that you prepare your bed as well when you are birthing at home. That way you have a second spot that is ready to go. You really never know how your body will feel in those moments and where you will find it most comfortable. So it is recommended that you have a disposable shower curtain and extra sheets to prepare your bed. So what you would do is you'll have sheets on one first, then you'll have the shower liner, and then another set of sheets on top. That way after you are done birthing, you are able to rip off those sheets and that liner, and then you will be able to go to bed that night on clean sheets, and you won't have to worry about a hard cleanup, because the last thing you want to do after you have a baby is have to completely launder your sheets and wash everything and not have a bed made to go into. 2 shower liners. Target had them really cheap. I think they're like $2.50, so that was no biggie. And then I have 2 sets of sheets as well. It's also recommended that you have 10 to 12 towels on hand in case you decide that you would like to labor in the bathtub beforehand or labor in the shower. So you just want to make sure that you have enough to continuously keep you warm and dry. And also, if you are doing a birthing tub, that you have it for afterwards to cover yourself and to get out. With that being said, we do not usually have that many towels at home because I like to live a little bit more minimally. So I reached out to my mom and asked her if she had any old towels that she wouldn't mind me using for our birth. And luckily she had a whole bunch. She gave me this wonderful tub that I am storing all of our towels in, and it is recommended that you do white. That way when you're all done, you are able to bleach the towels and have them return back to their normal state after the aftermath. I also have 6 to 8 washcloths for hot or cold compress during the labor, just to keep me comfortable. Next thing I want to share with you is some of the stuff that came in my midwife's kit that she made for me to order. We have a bag of 25 sterile gloves. which is important. And then we also have surgical sponges. I would say there's probably like 10 to 20, about 12 of those. And then I have, looks like these are some more gloves, but these look huge. So there's these gloves. Like I said, she just creates the kit herself, and then I add that to my cart, and then I have the option to add extra items onto it. So not everything that I have here I am exactly familiar with, but it came with it. This is another pair of gloves. This is powder free. And then a whole bunch of little lubrications for when she's going to be checking me. Just these little packs of that. It was also recommended that I get a fishnet. Now, if you are a first-time mom, I have some interesting news for you. You may know it, you may not, but there's a possibility that when you give birth, you could possibly pass a stool. Now, I don't know if it happened my first time that I delivered my oldest daughter, but I know since I did it natural the second time that it did in fact happen with me during that labor. So I am not sure if it is going to happen again, but they recommend that you have a fishnet. That way you can clean it out of your water and keep it sanitary. I know, it's kind of gross, but it's just part of the process. We can't control that on our bodies, and there's nothing to be ashamed of about it. That's just how it goes. The next thing I have here is all these little bottles. It looks like there is 2 boxes of hydrogen peroxide, 1 bottle of iodine, and a bottle of olive oil. Another thing that came included in the kit, which I did not see, or else I probably would have excluded it from the kit because I already have some, is this lanolin cream for your breast if you are deciding to breastfeed just to keep yourself comfortable. But I already have some of that, so I wish I could have added to that. The next thing I have is this arnica. Now, if you're not familiar with arnica, it is the more homeopathic version of ibuprofen, Tylenol. It does not deplete your glutathione, so that is why a lot of women decide to go for the more homeopathic route. And this is for the after labor cramps and pains and aches that you may have. I have not tried this yet, but I have heard a lot of great things of this type of pain reliever, so I am excited to have this on hand and in our medicine cabinet for afterwards too. Something that is a little different with home birth and hospital birth is the fact that you can eat at home. Midwives encourage women to follow their body. So if your body says that you are hungry during labor, you are able to eat. If your body says you are thirsty, you know, go ahead, drink as much as you can. So it is recommended that you have snacks on hand that you like and that are easy for you to handle during labor. And it is also recommended that you have some type of hydration, whether it's Gatorade, coconut water, Powerade, anything like that, to keep you hydrated, because it is so easy to become exhausted and dehydrated during the labor process. So I have stocked up on some coconut water. And then for my snacks, I grabbed a box of fig bars. I have a box of popsicles as well in the freezer that I will probably enjoy because I will be birthing in June and I'm sure I will be hot. And it will just be soothing and an easy way to keep me hydrated. Another thing that I got for keeping me hydrated are these silicone straws. Now, this really isn't necessary, but I much prefer drinking out of straws. I drink much faster if I'm drinking out of a straw, so I grabbed some of these because we are running low on our straws, and I figured we could use these afterwards with my girls. I also grabbed these honey sticks that I have never seen before, but honey is a great way to boost your sugar and give yourself some extra energy. So I grabbed a bunch of these. I also grabbed extra because I figured if my girls see me eating these, they will probably want some. So I wanted to make sure they had enough to share. Now, I was also told that I needed 2 bowls. At first, I had no idea what these were for, so I went ahead and I asked my midwife, and she said one is for possible throw-up and one is for the placenta. Makes sense. So I'm prepared. I have both of those. Hopefully I do not end up throwing up. I haven't in my previous labors, but they have been hospital births and I have not ate during my labors. So if I decide to go ahead and eat during the labor process, it is completely normal to become nauseous during the later stages of labor and end up throwing up. Nothing to be worried about if you have experienced that. It is also recommended that you have gallon Ziploc bags for your placenta delivery, so I made sure just to get a whole brand new box of those to keep on hand. Now, while we're talking about bowls, it is also recommended that you have 2 large stock pots. I have one very large one, and then I have a smaller pasta one that we use, and I figured that would be enough. The stock pot is for the ability to bail buckets of water in and out of your birthing tub in case you stall out or you need to refill your tub. Sometimes that can happen where you are in the tub for too long and your water gets cold and you need to reheat it. Okay, another thing that you need for your home birth are these extra large protective underpads. They kind of remind me of like doggy pads that you lay on the floor, which is, you know, I think basically what they are and what the hospital uses for the bed. But this is great for if you want to labor anywhere else, laboring on your bed, laboring on your couch, just to protect any surface that you are on from all of the discharge that happens with labor. So it is recommended that you get 30 of those. So I have a huge box of that, and I purchased that off of Target. I believe that was the cheapest place that I found those. While we're talking about pads, we might as well go ahead and get right into the postpartum kit that women need for after birth. If you are a first-time mom, the postpartum period may surprise you a little bit. I know that the first time I was pregnant and delivered, it really surprised me. All what comes out of the female body after you deliver and just the whole process of healing. So just remember to give yourself grace and that, you know, everything is normal. It is normal to take a while to bounce back. It is recommended that you have pads with wings on it. That way you have extra support, which I have. Check. It is also nice to have disposable underwear because the first few hours, first day after giving birth, the bleeding is so heavy that you just want to be able to throw those away. These ones are disposable underwear with a pad built in, I believe, and these are just disposable underwear. So this is probably best for when you are birthing and when you're getting checked and everything like that, and these are more for the aftermath. Another thing that I love postpartum are these witch hazel pads. It is something that has kept me comfortable every time that I've given birth, even when I tore. I think I tore twice in my first labor, and these were just amazing to help me soothe myself down there, and it really takes away the sting and discomfort. Along with using the witch hazel pads, a peri bottle is a lifesaver for after birth. You really are not going to want to be wiping that much down there where, you know, you're doing that movement. You're going to want to be doing a lot of gentle patting because it is so sensitive. And before you do that, you would fill this with water, spray yourself, and then you can pat yourself to dry. It is such a relieving feeling after birth. Here are some more extra large pads that came with my birthing kit that it's recommended for all the bleeding. And then I have never tried these, but my good friend that just delivered her baby, she used this with her postpartum period, and she said that this is what really helped her, and it really soothed her down there and kept her comfortable. It's an instant cold therapy and absorbent pad in one. It says basically a double date for your vagina. I'm excited to use this. You just bend it in here, you shake it up, and it creates a cooling sensation. And you put it down in your underwear, and it's from Freedom Mom. So if you are interested, check those out. I'm excited for those. I also got this Freedom Mom Parental Healing Foam. This is another thing that you can spray on. It has witch hazel in it, and it's just to add comfort to the healing process. So I actually have two. My good friend gave me this that delivered her baby, and I ordered one from Earth Mama. That's a herbal perennial spray. So I will test both these out and see what one I prefer. This one looks like it mostly has witch hazel. This one has witch hazel, cucumber, lavender, peppermint. So this one's more a little bit oil based and naturopathic. Grabbed myself an Ease the Ache tincture. They say that after every baby you deliver, your postpartum cramps of your uterus shrinking becomes more intense. I don't believe I had it that bad the second time around, but I just wanted to be prepared this time, since it is my third labor, that if they are pretty intense, I have something that will help me ease the pain. So this is from Earthly as well, and it's called Ease the Ache. And I was able to add this to my birth supply order from the website. Now, it is also recommended that you have a mirror. This is for when you are delivering. You can stick it down there and you are able to see how far you are making progress. You're able to see the baby's head coming out if you choose to do so. I have never done that in any of my labors, to be honest. I am one that my eyes are closed so tight during the pushing part, and I am just ready to get the baby in my arms that I just kind of freeze up and close my eyes. But this time I really want to be able to slow down and enjoy the process of the baby coming out. I want to ease that fear that I have when I am pushing and just slowly let that baby come earthside and enjoy that process. I think it's really special, and I am hoping that I will be able to do that this time. My midwife gifted this herbal bath for postpartum for me and baby, and I am so excited because I think this will be awesome for getting my body a little bit of boost for healing after birth. Now it has organic plantain, organic comfrey, sea salt, myrrh, organic lavender flowers, and organic calendula. Organic calendula. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I might be just butchered all of that. And it also says that you can save some of the infusion and add it to your peri bottle with water. You do a 50-50 mix. So I am so excited to have that and try this out this way. Next up, I got some items for baby. It is recommended that you have a digital thermometer. So I went ahead and just picked a new one up because I don't know if we have one like this that works. I know we have some of the forehead ones and the ear ones, but it's recommended to have an underarm or oral one. You need a ball syringe for sucking any mucus and fluid out of your baby. And then I also picked up some calming lavender baby wash and diaper balm from Earth Mama. I really like this brand. It is a clean brand for baby products and mama products. So I just wanted to stock up on that and be able to use it for little baby. I also got a little beanie hat and the umbilical cord clamp, along with some sterile alcohol for cleaning it on site. And then the other cool thing that we got are these ink pads. Now it is the type of ink pad that your baby does not get any ink on them. I originally had some ordered in my birthing kit, and my 4-year-old was so excited when we received the birthing kit because I've been showing her along the way of kind of the process and everything that we're going to be doing and having. She went ahead, ripped open the envelope that the ink came in, and kind of played around with it. So I needed to order new ones, new ink slots, and I found these off Amazon, and I got a whole set of 4. I got a whole set of 4 off Amazon for a really good price. The next thing I have for our home birth supplies are like 6 to 8 receiving blankets for the baby for after he is born. It is important that you keep the baby's body temperature regulated and warm after birth, and since we will be in water, it is very important that I keep him close and warm. These are probably going to be disposable receiving blankets, since it will be right after birth and most likely he will be a goopy mess. So I just grabbed some old ones that I used with the girls, and my mom had some from when I was little that I'm going to be using for our home birth. Just good to make sure you have enough on hand. That way you can keep your baby warm while you are sitting in the tub or sitting on your bed and waiting for the placenta to be delivered and, you know, for him to be able to get dressed. So you want to make sure you have a stack of those. I picked up a few extra things just to keep me comfortable and at ease during the labor process. One of those is lavender oil, so I made sure to stock up on that. I also got clary sage in case my labor stalls out. This is great for getting your labor to kick back up again. You can massage that on you and it will help with getting contractions started back up. And then I also picked up a twinkle roller. This is just to keep me calm and at ease during those surges and waves when it becomes too much. Lastly, I got gentle baby oil for when the baby arrives, just to have on hand that is safely diluted for babies. Now this really doesn't pertain too much to giving birth, but for having a home birth and everyone being in your home, I wanted to try to make this process as easy as possible and as little work for my husband and I. So I stocked up on disposable forks, knives, and spoons and a whole bunch of paper plates. We'll probably be having my mother-in-law and my mom here as well, along with a midwifery team. And so I just wanted to make sure that we have easy disposable stuff to be able to eat off of and not have to worry about the dishes piling up and becoming overwhelmed or anything like that. So that's just to make our lives a little bit easier that day. Okay, I think that is everything in my supply list and birth haul. I hope you found this helpful and kind of exciting if you are preparing as well for a home birth. I know that I have enjoyed watching other moms prepare for their home birth and kind of to see what they used, what they decided to get, what they thought was unnecessary. I hope you found this helpful. I will try to link the stuff that I have included down below. That way you have easy access to it. If you are opting for a home birth, your midwife will be giving you a supply list as well as probably have a kit of their own created. So you don't have to stress about that. You do not have to find everything on your own. They will help you through it. You know, if you have any questions, you are always able to ask. You feel free to ask me if you have any questions about having a home birth. We are so excited to go through this process as a family and bond with this little baby when he gets here together. It is such a special time and I am so grateful that we have the opportunity to do it together. Make sure to watch our other videos about preparing for baby number 3, and I'm sure there will be more videos coming about our home birth experience and our birth story and all that, so keep a lookout.